And I'm finishing up this little mini series on 6 chapters and concepts that I just wrote in my recent book called Unbecoming Her. And so this last topic is really about finding center for you and what that looks like, sounds like, feels like. And a lot of times it looks like security, it looks like groundedness, and it looks like peace. And so whatever point you are on this journey, whether you're beginning, middle, or end, and really it encompasses everything. So I like to think of finding center as my new normal, like my new beliefs that I think about myself, the new way that I feel about myself, the new actions that I take from those things, the new habits that I have. All of those things I worked really hard for. That's the process, right? When we talk about process, it's old thoughts and habits and beliefs and emotions that were harmful or like hurting me. The process is changing all of those things to feeling your emotions, changing the lies that you believe, right? That's the painstaking process. And because of the beliefs that you have now, you take action from that place and you created habits from that place, right? And so it's really, the process is going from the old to the new things, the new way of living, okay? And so really the new is where you found your center. The new is this rested, grounded place of, I know who I am. I know what I think about myself. I know what I think about the world around me. I know what I'm doing. I know what my intentions are. I know how I feel about myself. I know my actions and my habits and everything that I am creating. I know because I've explored it and I've built it and I'm building it, okay? And so really this place is really good to hold on to. So let's say you wake up in the morning and you feel, so I don't know how to explain it. It's like, so let's say that this is your center, okay? This is, and so there's a range of how you can feel. You can feel not great, you can feel off center, but holding it. So let's say you wake up in the morning and you feel off center. Oh, that feels kind of weird. Why do I feel that way? And you go through the process of connecting to yourself. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? And coming back to the new way of thinking, the new actions, everything that I'm holding, okay? And so it's a good, like, it's almost like a target. It's almost like something to put your eyes on so that you know what you are, what's the words that I'm thinking of? You know what you're focusing on and you know what you're trying to hit, right? You're trying to be in that finding center place. So let's say you go out into the world and you're in this place and you're feeling great and you bump into a neighbor who is mad at you for something. That can knock you off center, right? You can start to be like, oh my gosh, that it can kind of spiral you. That person was mad at me. Did I do something wrong? I'm a horrible person, right? Those old kind of thoughts and beliefs and insecurities will kind of pop up. It's inevitable. They were there before. You're thinking new things now. They're gonna pop up because they don't really go away. You just have the decision and the choice. Am I gonna think the new things and do the new things, or am I gonna think the old things and do the old things, right? That doesn't mean that it's all or nothing. It doesn't mean that you're just like new and none of the old. It means that you are kind of like the process is switching over to more of the new. And so that finding center place is now that, I talked to my neighbor and she was mad at me. And so that knocked me off center. Okay. And so the process is now I have a target on, I can feel it like, oh, I'm off a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that bothered me. And so I can go back and connect to myself and like, oh, hey, remember that you're actually not a horrible person, even though someone was mad at you. And I can start to move that place back to center, back to groundedness, back to security, back to feeling okay about myself, back to slowing down, back to being at peace. And that's the process of like, oh, okay, actually internally, I have found my center. I have found my groundedness. I know how to get back to peace now. And so, in theory, you can get knocked off center throughout your whole day, right? And so it's just a good thing to kind of hold loosely and know that you can always go back there. You can always like have that gauge of like, oh, I'm a little bit off. I want to come back to this place. Take a deep breath, find my center again, and then operate out of that place. And that's all there is to it. Hopefully that's helpful for you. I'm hoping that it is so helpful. Like and subscribe for more. That was the last chapter I was going to share about in the book. I will link my website below, and you can find and purchase the book through there and through Amazon if you are interested. And I will see you in the next video.